might sound a little silly, but I'm smiling already just sitting here. Hi, everyone. Welcome back or welcome for the first time. Either way, we're really glad you're here with us today.
I can confirm the smile. It's that calm studio feeling again.
Exactly. The kind of calm where you feel like you can finally breathe and just talk.
And that's perfect because today we're talking about English at work. Real English, the kind you actually use.
Yes, not the perfect email English, not the exam answer English, but everyday English at work.
The English you use in meetings, small talk, quick messages, awkward moments, coffee breaks.
Especially awkward moments. Before we get into it, let me say this quickly. If you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
And it helps other learners find us too, which is always nice.
So, English at work. I feel like this topic brings a lot of emotions for people.
Stress, pressure, fear of mistakes.
Yes, and sometimes shame. Like, everyone sounds confident except me.
That feeling is very common, and usually it's not true.
Curious. I remember my first job where English was the main language. I understood almost everything, but speaking, that was another story.
What was the hardest part?
Honestly, small talk.
The big problem that sounds small.
Exactly. I could talk about tasks, but when someone said, "How's your morning going?" my brain just froze.
That's because work English isn't only about work. It's about relationships.
Yes, those little moments build trust.
And daily speaking practice helps you handle those moments naturally.
Let's imagine a normal workday. You walk in or log in, and someone says, "Hey, how are you?"
And you panic internally.
Yes, even though the answer can be so simple.
Something like, I'm doing pretty well, or not bad, thanks.
Or even kind of busy but good. I think learners often feel they need a special answer.
But simple answers sound the most natural at work.
And they're safe.
Work English is about clarity, not creativity.
That's good news for tired mornings.
Very good news.
Another scary moment, meetings.
Meetings are a big one.
Especially when you want to speak, but you're afraid of interrupting.
That's where useful phrases help a lot. For example, you can say, "Can I jump in here?"
Or just to add to that,
Or even, "Sorry, can I say something quickly?"
that one feels very human. I like that these phrases don't sound aggressive.
Right. They're polite, clear, and normal in everyday English at work.
What about when you don't understand something in a meeting?
That's an important one. Many people stay silent.
Even when they're lost.
Silence at work can cause more problems than questions. You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?"
Or just to make sure I understand.
"Sure." Or, "Can you explain that a bit more?"
Those phrases save so much stress later. I used to pretend I understood and then panic after the meeting.
That's very common.
And very exhausting.
Daily listening practice helps here too.
How so?
You start recognizing patterns, the way people explain things, the words they repeat.
So meetings feel less chaotic. Let's talk about emails and messages for a moment.
A modern workplace favorite.
Yes, short messages can feel scary too.
Work messages don't need to be long.
That was a big lesson for me.
You can say, "I'll get back to you," or "Sounds good to me."
Or, "Let me check and confirm." I love how calm those phrases feel.
Because they buy you time.
What about mistakes at work? That fear never really disappears.
True, but daily speaking practice changes how you react to mistakes.
In what way?
You stop seeing them as disasters. You can say, "Sorry, that's not what I meant."
Or, "Let me rephrase that."
Both are very professional.
That feels empowering.
Because you stay in control of the conversation.
Another big part of work English is small talk.
The thing everyone pretends doesn't matter.
Yes, but it really does. Talking about the weekend, the weather, coffee,
Those moments build comfort.
and they don't need deep vocabulary.
You can say, "How was your weekend?"
Or, did you get a chance to relax?
Or, "It's been a long week."
I like that one. It invites agreement.
And complaining, very universal.
English at work also teaches culture,
Definitely.
like how direct or indirect people are.
And how often they say please and thanks.
Sometimes a lot.
Sometimes too much.
If you're listening right now and feeling nervous about using English at work, you're not alone.
And you're not behind.
Daily speaking practice doesn't make you perfect.
It makes you comfortable.
I think that's a good place to pause for now.
Yeah, let this part settle.
In the next part, we'll go deeper into real situations, feedback, teamwork, and confidence at work.
Stay with us. We'll continue right from here.
All right, we're back. Still talking, still relaxed, still imagining a normal workday where English is just part of life.
Nothing dramatic, just real situations people face every day.
And I like that because work English doesn't usually happen in big speeches. It happens in small moments. Let's talk about teamwork. Working with other people in English can feel heavy.
Because it adds another layer. You're not just doing a task, you're coordinating with humans,
Humans are complicated.
even in one language.
I remember being afraid to ask for help in English,
Afraid of what exactly?
afraid of sounding weak or annoying.
That's a very common fear. And at work, asking questions is normal.
Necessary, even.
And English gives you polite, professional ways to do it. You can say, "Could you help me with this?"
Or, I'm not sure about this part.
Or, just to clarify.
That one feels very safe. I like how just softens the sentence,
English loves softening words.
especially at work. What about giving opinions in meetings?
Another stressful moment.
Because you don't want to sound rude.
Or too quiet. English has many polite opinion phrases.
Like what?
I think we could.
Or, in my opinion.
Or, it might be better to.
Might is doing a lot of work there.
It really is.
Daily speaking practice helps you feel when to use those soft words.
Exactly. You stop overthinking and start feeling the tone.
Another situation, feedback.
Ah, yes. Giving and receiving feedback in English.
That one makes people nervous,
Feedback doesn't need to be scary.
but it feels personal.
That's why tone matters more than perfect grammar. You can start with, "I really appreciate your work."
Or, thanks for the effort you put in.
Then add, "One thing we could improve."
That sounds respectful. And when receiving feedback,
Listening is key.
even when it's uncomfortable.
Simple phrases help.
Like what?
"Thanks for letting me know."
Or, that makes sense.
Or, "I'll work on that."
Those phrases keep things calm.
And professional.
I noticed something. Work English is often about calming situations,
That's a good observation.
reducing tension, creating clarity.
Exactly.
What about confidence? People want to sound confident at work.
Confidence doesn't come from big words.
It comes from clarity.
And from speaking regularly. When you practice speaking every day, your voice changes.
How?
You hesitate less. You pause naturally.
You sound calmer.
Exactly.
I remember the first time I spoke in a meeting without planning every sentence.
How did it feel?
Terrifying and amazing.
That's usually how growth feels.
Daily speaking practice prepares you for those moments.
Yeah, even when you don't realize it.
Let's talk about listening for a moment.
An underrated skill.
At work, listening is just as important as speaking.
Sometimes more important. Listening practice helps you catch key points.
even if you don't understand every word?
Especially then.
You start focusing on meaning, not perfection.
That's real communication.
And when you miss something,
You ask.
simple as that.
You can say, "Did I get that right?"
Or, so what you're saying is,
Both are excellent at work.
English at work also teaches patience.
With yourself and others.
Everyone is busy, everyone is human. If you feel slower in English, that's okay.
Speed comes with time and repetition.
I think many learners forget how much progress they've already made.
They compare themselves to fluent speakers instead of their past selves.
That comparison is unfair.
Daily practice helps you see progress clearly.
Little by little. We're getting closer to the end now.
Time goes fast in good conversations.
It really does. In the final part, we'll slow down again.
We'll talk about mindset, habits, and long-term growth at work.
Stay with us. We'll continue right away. And here we are, the last part. Everything feels a little quieter now, doesn't it?
Yeah, like when the office empties out at the end of the day and you finally have space to think.
That's a good feeling. I want to talk about mindset for a moment, because English at work isn't just a skill
It's a habit.
and an attitude,
Many learners think confidence comes first, then speaking.
but it's the other way around.
Exactly. Speaking comes first, confidence follows.
I see that so clearly now.
When you wait to feel ready, you wait forever.
But when you speak a little every day, readiness appears quietly. Work English becomes less emotional over time.
Yes, it becomes normal.
And that's the goal. At some point, English stops being the problem.
And work becomes just work.
With emails, meetings, and coffee.
Daily speaking practice builds resilience.
How so?
You stop reacting emotionally to every mistake.
You don't panic anymore.
You might think, okay, that wasn't perfect, and move on.
That's a big shift. I remember feeling exhausted after a full day in English.
Mental fatigue is real.
But it gets easier.
Much easier. Your brain adapts.
And suddenly, you're not translating every sentence.
You're responding naturally.
That's when people say, wow, my English improved suddenly.
But it wasn't sudden.
It was daily practice hiding in the background. I think habits matter more than talent.
I agree completely.
Talent fades without practice.
Habits don't.
So, what does a healthy work English habit look like?
Speaking a little every day.
Listening regularly.
And accepting imperfection.
Not aiming to impress.
Aiming to communicate.
I also want to talk about kindness.
Toward yourself?
Yes, especially that. Being hard on yourself doesn't make your English better.
It usually makes it worse.
Fear blocks words.
Kindness creates space to speak.
That's beautiful. English at work is part of your professional life.
Not your entire identity.
You're allowed to be human. Let's look at the future for a moment.
All right.
Workplaces are becoming more international,
English is often the bridge.
and daily practice prepares you for opportunities you don't see yet.
New roles, new teams, new conversations.
Moments where confidence matters.
You don't suddenly level up your English in those moments.
You rely on what you've practiced.
Exactly.
That's why small daily habits are powerful.
5 minutes adds up.
Consistency always wins. What about you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Your experiences matter.
Before we finish, let's gently revisit a few expressions we used today.
Naturally, of course.
At work, it's okay to say, let me check and confirm.
Or just to clarify.
And when things aren't perfect, let me rephrase that.
Or simply, that makes sense.
Simple phrases, big impact.
That's everyday English.
I feel calm ending this episode.
Me too.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Wherever you are, have a wonderful day.
And if you liked this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow.
And helps us keep these conversations going.
That's all for today. Remember to stay kind, stay curious.
See you next time, friends.